Okay, it is time to call our November 5th, 2019 meeting of the Andalusia Council to order. And so we'll do that. And we'll ask Council Lady Griffin if she will lead us in our pledge and prayer and pledge of allegiance.
If the council and the mayor would join me in our prayer. If my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sins and will heal their lands. Thank you. Amen. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome everyone to our first meeting in November and remind everyone that we meet on the first and third Tuesdays of each month with the work session starting at 5 upstairs on the third floor and the business session starting here at 6 o'clock or thereabouts, unless otherwise notified. We have no unfinished business. We skipped one. We need to consider approval the minutes of our meeting of October the 15th.
Mayor, I make a motion that we approve the minutes as presented of the regular meeting on October the 15th, 2019.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
I second that.
Have a second of the motion of Mr. Mount to approve the minutes of October the 15th. Any further discussion, questions, or comments? All in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. And that carries unanimously, and thank you for that. No unfinished business. Under new business, we only have one action item tonight, and that is to consider a reappointment of a couple of folks to our Industrial Development Board. We have two places that are open, and I recommend to you that we replace one of those positions by naming Bill Bryant, who's been on the board for a number of terms but does a great job and is usually available for short notice to come to meetings. And the other one, Beth Woodard, who is one of our newer members, but is also has done a very good job and is usually available to come on short notice. I would recommend to you that we appoint those two individuals to fill those two positions.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve William Bryant and Beth Woodard to new terms on the Industrial Development Board.
All right, we have a motion by Mr. Powell. Do we have a second?
I second.
Second by Mr. Sconyers. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the motion and the second by the appointments named therein, please indicate by raising your right hand. And those are reappointed, and I thank you for that. We have no other business. Well, we have one other short item of business. I'm going to recommend that we move our December 17th meeting starting time from 5 o'clock to 12 o'clock noon that day. I've got some conflicts over in the afternoon that I can't rearrange. So if we could do that, it'd be a great help to me.
I'll second that.
We got a motion by Mr.
I'll make a motion.
All right, got a motion by Mr. Mount, second by Mr. Powell. Any further discussion, questions, or comments? All in favor, please indicate by raising your right hand. Okay, Mr. Clerk, when we give notice of our meeting, we'll change that time to 12 noon. Okay, just for the information of those who may be interested, we did have an executive session in the workshop concerning some personnel issues, discussing the good name, reputation of individuals, which you can do in executive session. We also had a little short discussion about a real estate issue, and but we took no action on any of those matters, and we came back in open session and came downstairs. So we took no action. Okay, some announcements. We would like to remind everyone of the annual Veterans Day Parade and program coming up this Monday, November the 11th. That is Veterans Day. The parade will begin at 9 o'clock, and the program will follow at the Veterans Monument directly behind City Hall here on the campus of City Hall. Seth Hammett will be our speaker. Seth is a veteran of the Air Force, and he will be our main speaker at the end of the parade. After the ceremony, there will be a reception in City Hall. If you have not had an opportunity to see this historic exhibit curated by the Covenant Veterans Foundation for its celebration of heroes, make sure to stop by during business hours to see it. It's located on the second floor of City Hall and will be up through all of next week. So those of you who have not had an opportunity to see that, gosh, take time, take 15, 20 minutes to come by and go through that. Especially those who have children, bring your children with you, because it's really well done. And I congratulate the Covenant Veterans Foundation for this great work that they've done, including the program that we had this past Sunday at the high school, and then with the reception following here at City Hall to kick off our 2-week celebration of Veterans Day. We can, continue to get all kind of great comments about the banners that have been placed up around town, primarily downtown, with the likenesses and the names of veterans that have either from Covington County or who have some connection to Covington County. Really sets our community apart, I think, and says a lot about us and the support that we have for veterans. We'd also like to remind everybody that we will be closed on Monday, Veterans Day. Garbage and recycling pickup will be on Tuesday, November the 12th, for Mondays and Tuesdays routes. In other words, if your garbage is normally picked up on Monday, it'll be Tuesday next week. If your trash is picked up on Tuesday, it will be picked up that day, and then the rest of the week will be correct. So please have your garbage and recycling out early so that you don't miss. We're excited that the Andalusia High School Bulldog football team are in the first round of state playoffs this weekend. As is the tradition in Andalusia, we'll have a community-wide pep rally for them on the square at 6 o'clock. That's this Thursday, 6 o'clock, and it'll be a big deal, and get our Bulldogs, send them off with a bang for the Friday night game. They will travel to Montgomery and play the Trinity high school team. I think we played them earlier in the year and defeated them, but that doesn't mean we'll defeat them again. We got to go up there and we got to support them and try to bring home that first victory. I think I've been told that there's a good chance that if we win the first one, the second playoff round will be in Andalusia.
Oh, that'll be
So that'd be nice to have another football game in our community before the Christmas season. So, anybody else have anything to come before the council? Hearing nothing, we will stand adjourned.